Welcome to our interactive museum tour. Come on in. Let's take a look at our first exhibit here. This is North Dakota, a place officially known as the Peace Garden State. To find it, look right in the middle of the North American continent, way up north. It shares borders with Minnesota, South Dakota, Montana, and right along the top, it touches Canada. The word Dakota is much older than the state itself. It comes from Indigenous languages spoken by Native peoples who have lived here for thousands of years, and it translates to allies or friends. Between the International Peace Garden and the meaning of its name, North Dakota is a place that celebrates long-lasting connections and being a good neighbor. Long before maps had state lines, Native peoples like the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara made this land their home. They planted corn, hunted wild bison, and built thriving communities. Look closely at these homes. Instead of wood or brick, they built massive, sturdy earth lodges out of soil and timber right along the riverbanks. The thick earth kept families warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Those Native nations are still here today. They are living communities that lead themselves and make their own rules, all while keeping their languages, ceremonies, and traditions strong. Later on, pioneers traveled here in covered wagons and on roaring trains. They plowed the thick prairie grasses to build huge new farms and ranches. Today, the state is like a giant patchwork quilt. It is stitched together by ancient Native histories and settler farming traditions, living side by side. The ground you walk on here changes completely depending on where you stand. In the east, the land is flat and perfect for growing food. But head out west and you find the Badlands. These are rugged, steep cliffs and deep, rocky valleys carved over thousands of years. Right through the middle flows the Missouri River. You can see its wide, muddy water winding between steep clay banks. It provides a vital source of water for plants, animals, and towns. The weather is just as powerful as the landscape. Winters here are famous for their freezing temperatures and thick blizzards, making it incredibly hard to see the road, like these trucks driving carefully through the blowing snow. Living through freezing winters and blazing hot summers means families have to look out for one another. Navigating this tough weather actually pulls the communities closer together. North Dakota is full of life, art, and music. In this image, you can see a vibrant Native American powwow where people gather to celebrate, dance, and play the large community drum. When it is time to make laws, leaders meet in the city of Bismarck. Unlike most state capitals that have big, round domes, the North Dakota state capitol is a towering, rectangular skyscraper that reaches high into the clouds. The biggest city is Fargo, sitting right on the eastern edge of the map. It is a bustling place filled with technology businesses, busy streets, and glowing neon signs for downtown theaters. Some kids grow up near those bright city lights. Others grow up on quiet prairie ranches or tribal reservations. Everyone's daily life looks a little different, but they all share the state. Let's check out some official symbols. The state bird is a singing yellow bird called a western meadowlark. And here is the state flower, the wild prairie rose, with its delicate pink petals and fuzzy yellow center. The official tree is the tall, leafy American elm. And if you are feeling thirsty, you are in luck, because the official state beverage is a cold glass of milk. These choices tell us exactly what North Dakotans value: the beautiful wild plants growing on the open prairie, and the local farms that have thick layers of oil. You will often see these large black pump jacks nodding up and down to pull that energy up to the surface. Up in the sky, there is another kind of power. Massive white wind turbines stand out against the clouds, spinning their giant blades to turn the strong prairie breeze into clean electricity. Between the endless fields of crops and the heavy machinery pumping and spinning, the entire state works like a giant engine, keeping the nation fed and powered. If you take a road trip across the state, you will notice that people here love to have fun with their history by building enormous statues right next to the highway. This is the world's largest buffalo, a giant concrete monument in Jamestown. See the person underneath it? That shows you how incredibly huge it is. Of course, you can find the real animals too. Massive herds of living bison and wild Nakota horses roam freely through the grassy canyons of the Badlands. From these towering concrete statues to the wild animals roaming the hills, North Dakota is full of big sights and surprising discoveries. After all that exploring, it is time to eat. Families make traditional recipes together, rolling out flat Norwegian lefse or cooking warm native fry bread. Now it is your turn to build something. Try turning an empty shoebox into your very own prairie diorama. You can use green paper for the grass and a bright blue strip of paper for the river. If you want to play like a true North Dakotan, grab a ball or skates. Youth sports are hugely popular, from fast-paced ice hockey to exciting basketball tournaments in the tribal communities. Stand up right now and pretend to shoot the game-winning basketball shot. 3, 2, 1, swish! Great job! From the ancient earth lodges to the spinning wind turbines, the Peace Garden State is a beautiful patchwork of hard work, history, and friends waiting for you to visit. Thanks for joining the tour.